I've noticed that there is a lot of conversation around, oh, a man will go back to the woman that's most gullible, his biggest dummy, the woman he can get over on, etc., etc. It's not a flex for a man to come back to you or spin the block. And maybe it's just my For You page, but I never see any commentary that's directed at a man just being predatory, being manipulative, and using women. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones, and I wanted to talk a lot talk a little bit about how, it's great. It must be great to be a man. Like, there's like almost zero accountability that he has to have. And this isn't man bashing or anything like that. So my account is not for that. I'm just speaking about what I see. And this is quite an interesting phenomenon because, even when men treat women like trash, men use women, men abuse women, women somehow still get blamed for that man's disrespectful behavior. And you've got all these male coaches doing it. You got all these female coaches doing it. You got all these therapists doing it and things like that. You just got all these people that are talking, but I don't think I've ever had one video come across my feed yet, including from another man, which is really disappointing, that says that, men need to stop being predatory and stop abusing women, and talking about, a man discussing how they're going to check another man, another peer, another brother, an uncle, a father, a nephew, about, their behavior in terms of using women. Usually when you see content that's maybe touching on that, it's still very much pandering to women. And so I'm always cautious, about male content creators that are pandering to women, because I do believe it's a dog and pony show. And they are getting their needs met. Plus, they're talking so much about it because they probably, in most cases, did something very similar to women for many, many years. There's a lot of offline chatter about, like, women discussing how some of these male content creators have done them dirty. But it's just very interesting that, like, sure, do people need to learn, do women need to learn discernment? Sure. Do women need to learn boundaries? Do women need to have self-esteem? Do women need to love themselves? Abso-freaking-lutely. But at the end of the day, a woman is not making a man, she's not forcing a man to be a predator to her. A woman is looking for love, and a lot of times, if she is in a situation, and it's very interesting how we have less sympathy for women that are going through situations, and more empathy and almost like a get out of jail free card for men who, or sucking a woman's blood dry, or being very parasitic, or you're so dumb, you shouldn't have done that, and you gave it to him, and blah, 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 and you're gullible, and you're this, and you're that. And it's just like, well, shit, if I'm gullible, well, then what is he? Oh, well, if he got to do that to you, then it's because you were so stupid and let him do it. And it's like, babies are vulnerable, disabled people are vulnerable, elderly people are vulnerable. When they're taken advantage of, do they deserve to get taken advantage of, robbed, blind? Pets, animals are vulnerable. An animal, you hurt an animal, people will go ballistic on you over hurting an animal. But God forbid a woman, like, love somebody and maybe not know how to love somebody, or not know how to love herself, but God forbid she gets abused and taken advantage of. The village is with the pitchforks, her peers, her family, everybody on social media, everybody's going to come to her and tell her what a stupid ass she is and how she deserved it, and she needs to do this and do that and do this and do that. It's just interesting how that phenomenon works. Yeah, just interesting, isn't it?